Okay, come along with me and do a microneedling treatment on my hair. I washed it this morning and I've been to the chemist and back and it's dry, so that's good. I am obviously just doing the roots, so bear with me while I do this. I'm new to this. I just wanted to try it because I've heard microneedling hair is really good for hair growth and I'm on my hair growth journey. Now, I got these this morning to try. So they're a hair, skin and nail plus. So they're meant to help with your hair growth, nail strengthening and your skin basically. They look very interesting. I just opened it and they're like grey. That's kind of concerning, but it helps. So we're going to try those. I want to record my process of this. So this is my before here. So before I start microneedling, I do currently coconut my hair. I try to do it weekly at the end of the week, and I just coconut my roots for my ends, and then I leave it in for a couple hours and then wash it out. And I do frequently do masks, which actually I'll show you the ones I use. I'll be back. Okay, so I use two different masks. So I try to do a mask once or twice a week on my hair once I've washed it. So I wash it twice a week or 3 times a week, depending on if I gym and stuff. So if I gym, I wash it the day of gymming, obviously. So I gym every Tuesday and then I wash it and then I mask it because I do go to the sauna as well, which is very drying to the hair. So I try to mask. After that, I'll pick between the two depending on what I'm feeling on the time to what one I use. So I recently got this one, so this is new. And I saw it on TikTok and it's apparently meant to be really good and it makes your hair feel really soft. So that's a good one. And then I've got the aloe vera hair food one because aloe vera is meant to be really good for your hair. Whether it works, whether either of them work, who knows. So this is what I use for a mask. The other time I do it would be on a Friday because I gym Friday as well. So sometimes I do it, sometimes I do. I try to make it consistent though. So when I gym on a Friday, I'll try to do that as well. And then the Sunday is the other wash day. So I'll do a mask potentially then when I do all my hair oiling, which is when, oh my God, I can't speak, which is when I'm going to be doing the microneedling. So I've only just started this process. I have been doing the coconut oil on my hair, but I don't know if that's sufficient enough. So we are going to start some hair vitamins. We are going to continue with our masks, but we are going to bring in the rosemary oil and the microneedling. Now, I do use the Garnier Fruits hair shampoo and conditioner just because I like the coconut one and it really gets the dudiness out of my scalp. So I feel like this is really good at cleansing my scalp, and that's why I like to use this one because some are very light and they don't do anything, but this is really good for getting the oils out. Whether it's good for your hair, don't know, but for now this is what I'm using. I should change, but that's what we're working with. But anyway, I also have here some rubbing alcohol because you are meant to disinfect this before you use it, so we are going to do that. I've never done this before, and I am working off what AI tells me because who can trust the internet these days with everyone else's words? Now, I am kind of going off TikTok as well because there is a few videos that people have done when they are microneedling. But anyway, we're going to try our best. Now, this one specifically I think is meant for your face because it's only the 0.3 millimeters, which is quite small. However, I am going to try to do it on my face after this. But this is all they had at the store, so this is all we're working with. I cannot open this for the life of me. Hold on, please. It kind of looks like very surgical. But it's kind of weird, like it comes in like a surgical pack. And I just... I think that's kind of a cute case, to be honest. So here is the microneedle in all her glory. Oh yeah, I can see the little needles. I'm not sure if you can see those, but there's many little needles on there. Basically disinfect it first, so I'm going to just, I don't know how much is going to come out of this. We're going to find out. Also, it's unlocked, nice. Hello? I think that's enough. And I feel like you probably need to make it like dry before using, so we're just going to... I have obviously never done this before, and I'm new, but I have learned that you don't roll like that. You just roll one direction and one direction only, and you go the opposite way. Because if you roll over top like that, you're just going to create worse things. I don't know, this stinks. Okay, let's start. Maybe not. Hold on. I'm gonna re-disinfect it now because I just dropped it on the ground. Nice one. Because we don't want no infections in my hair, because that would be horrible. I also kind of slightly dropped on my finger, and it was like the needles went into my hair, in my finger. I'm gonna start the process.
On this journey and it seems too long, trying to find an answer or a way back.
I feel like that's the best I'm gonna get with the needling. I keep wanting to do like back and forth and not lift it, but that's not the best way to do it, because then you can kind of create sections that way, I think, from my understanding. I think that's the best thing to do. I want to do it in the front again. Or maybe I'll just do around my front head so you can get on the skin, it's so much more noticeable. Okay, I think I'm done with the microneedling part. Because you can only obviously do so much of your hair. I'm going to put it back in here for now. Okay, and now we're going to rosemary my hair. So we've got rosemary hair scalp oil from Oil Garden. This is the only one that they had for rosemary that was diluted, because you're not meant to put rosemary oil straight onto your head, and I didn't want to make a concoction to dilute it. So this is the one that we're working with. I am just going to section my hair out and pop it on like so. I don't know if that's coming out. There we go. And then just like massage it in, because oh my god, my chair is squeaking. Because in that way you're kind of promoting the hair growth and like inviting those, I just put on my fingers, inviting the hair follicles to grow with the microneedling, because it's going into your skin, obviously. I mean, I don't know the science, but we're just going to try. I just really want to get long hair again, basically. Which is funny, because I actually like my short hair because it's really easy to maintain. But I just like the long hair look, you know, like having it down to your butt, I suppose, is quite a like cool looking effect. I used to have it that way until I cut it short, and then I just kept cutting it short, and then now I'm like, I want to grow my hair back. But I also want to grow it back healthy, so I don't want to grow it back and like have to dye it, or like I just want to have like my natural hair, I reckon, and then see like kind of what that looks like. Although I do really like the blonde. It is really nice to have the blonde. I think I suit the blonde better. Although my hair is quite blonde when I have natural hair, but it's just not as blonde. It's more like a brownie blonde. So I don't know. This smells really good. The other thing I might say is, for microneedling, apparently you have to keep, like, you can't wash your hair for like 6 to 8 hours, according to Copilot. So I have started this early in the morning. Not early, because I went and got the things, but it's 10:44. So at the end of the day, I will be washing it out, and then I might be doing a mask. I might do this one because this one is lowkey better feeling, like more nourishing. I don't know. And then that way I kind of get the full effect of having done this, because apparently it soaks right in if you do the microneedling like that. Whether that's true, who knows? Doing your scalp is really kind of awkward. I also thought it would probably hurt a lot more. I can feel like the when microneedled. I don't know if that's because I'm putting oil directly on it, or I'm just like aggravating it by rubbing the oil in. I think I might have put enough oil in. I might have to put some on the bottom. Hold on. least what I can say is that the oil smells nice. Like, it doesn't smell yuck, so you could probably go out during the day. But that's why I'm doing it on a Sunday, because I'm not likely to be going anywhere. However, if you wanted to, you probably still could, because it doesn't smell like bad. I think that's enough rosemary oil. I am going to move on to coconut oil. I'm just going to put this on my ends because I didn't really want to put the rosemary oil on my ends. I should have mounted this a little bit beforehand, but anyway, I'll mount on my hands. So my hair is officially microneedled, oiled, and ready to rehydrate and generate new cells so that I can get long, luscious hair again. And I suppose this is kind of here before it is up to the end of the Everlast writing. Now, if I re-wear this jersey in a few months' time, I'm hoping it'll be down here. But that is my hair care for now. I'm going to tie it up and leave it for 6 to 8 hours, and then we're going to wash it out, and then we're going to do a mask, and then it's going to be lusciously long. Now, I don't have a hair tie on me, so I'm going to have to go get a clip. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you learned from me doing this. Whether I'm doing it right, who knows? But whether you find better product, like find out about these products. This is the rosemary. That's the oil that I use. I think it's actually cooking oil, but it is what it is. So we are using that. I think I just brought it from the supermarket. Whether that's probably the wrong coconut oil to be using, I don't know, but that's what I'm using. So surely it's going to be better than nothing, right? Okay. That's all from me. See you in the next one.